decided to bust out the pads for this one. I am absolutely jacked up for today's video. And for today's video, I'm going to talk about projections for your 2021 Minnesota Vikings Team Awards, starting with Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I'm going to project for that to be Wyatt Davis. The right side of the offensive line is going to be absolutely stout. Having a Tonka truck at right guard is going to allow Brian O'Neill to flourish once again, provide help blocks for Garrett Bradbury. Kirk Cousins is going to finally have a competent offensive line, and Dalvin Cook running behind Wyatt Davis is going to be must-see TV. Give me Wyatt Davis for your Offensive Rookie of the Year. Up next, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I'm going to go with Jalen Twyman. I get that he's a rookie. I get that he's a sixth-round draft pick, but Michael Pierce, I know this is the lightest that he's been since his rookie year, but you're going to need some sort of pass rush from the interior of the defensive line on obvious passing downs. Third and long, second and long, what have you. And Jalen Twyman, he's going to give you that. This dude is an absolute beast. He's going to be so important for the rotation of this defensive line. Jalen Twyman, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Up next, Most Improved Player of the Year, and I'm going to go with Irv Smith Jr. No Kyle Rudolph, and this is also why I believe wide receiver 3 is not that big of a deal. If you're so concerned, we already have him, Amir Smith-Marset. I think he's going to be just fine. But this has to be, give this man the targets. This is going to be, has to be, his breakout season, third year out of Alabama. And I think it's going to be one of those things where, if you remember the Rams a couple of years ago, Todd Gurley in his prime, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, and it's, oh my God, just weapons all over the place. I think it's going to be the equivalent of that, to where opposing defenses, they say to themselves, oh my God, they already have Justin Jefferson. They already have Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Irv Smith Jr. He's a problem now too. Give me Irv Smith Jr. for your Most Improved Player of the Year. I'm not saying it's going to be fully like this, but you remember how Julius Randle this past season with the New York Knicks just came out of nowhere? He was always kind of like a good player, but it's like, oh my God, where did this come from? Just a speck of that for Irv Smith Jr. You can book it. Up next, for 12th Man of the Year, I'm going with Harrison Hand. I'm buying into the stock. I'm buying into the hype of Harrison Hand, damn it. So much so, and quite honestly, you can honestly take your pick for this category of whatever cornerback is not starting for your 2021 Minnesota Vikings. That's how deep we are at cornerback. But I think he's going to make a big-time impact coming off the bench, so much so that, assuming that Patrick Peterson and Bashaud Breeland are no longer with the team, we know Cam Dancer, he's going to be a starting outside corner. I think Harrison Hand this season is going to make a case for next year in 22 to be the opposite starting corner of Cam Dancer. I think he's going to be that big for the Vikings this year. Up next, Offensive Player of the Year. Got to go Dalvin Cook here, best running back in all of football. And listen, man, with the crappy offensive line, Dalvin Cook, he's been great. Now he's going to have a much more improved offensive line. Wyatt Davis on the interior, he's going to get over 1,600 yards rushing. Forget about what he's going to get in the passing game. Give me Dalvin Cook for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, I'm going to go with Eric Kendricks. And I know we can potentially throw in Danielle Hunter as well, assuming that he's 100% healthy. But I'm going Eric Kendricks here because the dude is the best middle linebacker in all of football. His coverage skills are second to none as a linebacker, in my humble opinion. Absolute leader. Energy is infectious. And how many times have we seen over his career crucial downs where the quarterback tries to go underneath for the sneak first down? Eric Kendricks is there to make a play on the ball. I think he's going to continue to only go up. Eric Kendricks, Defensive Player of the Year. And now we're going to go to Coach of the Year, who for me is going to be none other than Mike Zimmer. That's right. I said it. I think Rick Spielman has done a fantastic job putting together what may be, for Mike Zimmer, the best collection of players that he's had in his tenure as head coach for this Viking squad. He's going to be motivated. This defense, I'm going to say, is top 5. Now, if Danielle Hunter, that's the elephant in the room, if he's not 100% healthy, it changes everything for this defense. Even though, you have all the cornerbacks you want, the pass rush is just not going to be the same. In that scenario, I'm going to say you're going to have to rely more on your offense. So in that case, I would say Clint Kubiak. But assuming that Danielle Hunter is going to be back, Mike Zimmer is going to be motivated. This defense is going to wreak havoc on opposing offenses. Mike Zimmer, Coach of the Year. And lastly, MVP. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins. This is going to be the biggest opportunity for the highest chance of success for Kirk Cousins based on how the Vikings roster is constructed this year. A competent offensive line, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. The worst that we will ever see of Justin Jefferson is what we saw last year, his rookie year. In which case, oh, by the way, he was a top 7 receiver in the NFL. He's going to have a top 5 defense. Now, if we go in the direction of run, pass, defense, then Dalvin Cook, he's going to be your MVP. But assuming that we have a balanced offensive attack, I think Kirk Cousins, I think he's going to shut up all the naysayers. I think people are finally going to put some respect on his name. Kirk Cousins, MVP. There you have it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Ton of fun. Next video is tomorrow. We'll see you then.